You start with nothing. No weapons, no upgrades, just you and a whisper of music in the dark. You grab something. Garlic? A whip? A pigeon? You're not even sure if it's the right choice, but it's something. And then it hits wave after wave. Chaos. At first, it's almost funny. Just a couple bats, but they don't stop. They never stop. The timer ticks up, the screen gets louder, and suddenly you're scrambling, dodging, reacting, panicking. Hey, I've been playing Vampire Survivors. If you haven't played it, this game is a chaotic, top-down survival game. You control a little pixel character, and your job is to dodge, destroy, and survive endless waves of enemies whilst collecting experience and leveling up. And every time you level up, you get to choose an upgrade. New weapons, passive buffs, damage boosts, movement speed. You don't get to control what shows up. You have to make a choice. Garlic or King Bible, lightning ring or rune tracer. You've only got a few seconds before it throws you back into the chaos. And early on, those choices feel kind of random. You're panicking, grabbing anything that sounds cool. You don't really have a plan, you just hope it helps. The deeper you get into the game, the more you start thinking differently. You stop choosing what looks powerful in the moment. You start thinking, what kind of build am I going for? What's the end goal? And the choices that used to feel good, maybe they don't make sense anymore, because grabbing the wrong upgrade can throw your whole run off. You can survive for 20 minutes and still lose to the Reaper if you built a character that never really fit together. It's fast, overwhelming, and somehow incredibly relatable. Some mornings in real life feel like you've spawned into a run already halfway through, already behind, already overwhelmed, and now you've got to keep moving or that chaos will overwhelm you. So you pick something, a random upgrade, not because it's the best choice, but because it's there. And just like that, the run begins. In Vampire Survivors, chaos is a feature. Waves that build, choices that come too fast, moments where survival feels impossible. But isn't that just like life, but with better music? We get jobs, responsibilities, social pressures, and fears. They show up like waves, and we react. We say yes to things we didn't want to. We take paths we don't want to go down. We live by default, just trying not to drown. You can get strong like this. You will adapt, but it comes at a cost. Because when every decision is made under pressure, you don't build something meaningful. You build something random, like a pile of stats with no plan. And soon your life, just like your run, doesn't even feel like it belongs to you. Here's the truth. The difference between barely surviving and meaningfully progressing isn't just the number of enemies on screen. It's what you're building towards. When you know what you're aiming for, what kind of character you want to become, your upgrades become clearer. They might not be easier, but they become intentional. You're not just dodging forever, you're leveling up. And that shift from chaos to clarity often starts with one small intentional question. What kind of build am I actually going for? Do I want area control or crits? Do I want to evolve garlic or go for birds and hope they sink? Do I want to feel powerful or just safe? That's the moment the run changes, because now you're not reacting, you're steering. You start rejecting upgrades that don't fit. You make space for what matters. You build something you chose, not something you settled for. And maybe that's where real life starts too. We don't get pop-up menus in real life. No glowing outlines, no DPS charts, but every day we make upgrade choices. What to focus on, what to ignore, who to listen to, who to become. And if we're not careful, we start choosing based on noise, not direction. We fill our time with tasks. We fill our heads with distractions. We fill our hearts with fear. But if you slow down, even for one breath, you can start asking, what kind of life am I building? Not what works short term, not what's impressive, but what is true. Because you don't need to win every run, you just need to build something that feels like you. Sometimes we grab upgrades just because they're the low-hanging fruit, not because they fit our build. In real life, that might be saying yes to a job that pays well but drains your soul. Or spending all your energy helping others whilst you're quietly burning out, or chasing dopamine through screens when what you really need is a real-life connection. It's easy to say, at least I'm doing something, but surviving and aligning aren't the same thing. A build with cool weapons that don't synergize will still fail. And so do we in quieter ways when we ignore what actually matters to us, just to keep the chaos at bay. What this looked like for me was knowing whenever things were feeling just too chaotic that I could easily pick the gaming it away upgrade. And this really worked for me, as long as I was gaming. Eventually, however, thanks to getting some counselling of my own, I could see that this upgrade really only worked short term. And after working through some things, I now had a new upgrade called gaming just for the fun of it. And for me, this became a permanent upgrade in my own build. Let's try an exercise now, a real-life build path. No pressure, no perfect run needed, just 4 steps towards something real. Step 1, where in your life do you feel overwhelmed? Is it work, school, parenting? Maybe it's just being awake and online every day. Whatever it is, name it. This is where the enemies are the thickest. Write it down, say it out loud. It's no shame, don't judge yourself, just notice. Because you can't change your build until you know where the chaos is. And step 2, now ask yourself, in this part of my life, what kind of person do I want to be? Not what's expected of you, not what's easy, not what social media tells you. Maybe you want to be calm or bold or compassionate or creative. There's no wrong answer, only honest ones. This is your compass, your synergy, your big picture build. Write it down, keep it close. When the chaos closes in, it will help. Step 3, now choose one upgrade, something tiny but real, one action that matches your direction. If your compass says, I want to be kind, maybe your upgrade is texting a friend back or softening your tone or being kind to yourself. If your compass says, I want to be brave, maybe your upgrade is sending an application in, asking that question or trying, even if it might fail. Don't overthink it. You're not clearing the screen. You're just nudging your build in the direction that you want to go. And step 4, the best thing about Vampire Survivors is every run is temporary. Every death gives you information. It's not wasted time if you use it to build something better next time. And maybe that's true for us too. If you're in a messy season, one where your upgrades feel random and nothing connects, it doesn't mean you've failed. It might just mean it's time to choose differently. Your run and your build don't have to be perfect. You might forget your direction some days. You might fall back into old habits. You might pick something that doesn't fit just to keep things moving. That's not failure. That's a part of life. Because this isn't about making flawless choices. It's about returning to the ones that matter. If your upgrade didn't work, try another one. If you lost track, come back. You don't need to clear the screen. You just need to keep choosing in the direction of the person that you want to be. One upgrade, one step, one honest choice at a time. Values aren't always loud. They don't flash on screen or level you up instantly. Sometimes they're quiet things. Choosing honesty when silence feels safer. Choosing rest when pushing on would be easier. Choosing compassion when anger would feel more powerful. But those are the upgrades that build something real. Even if the run is messy, even if you're still figuring it out, you don't have to get it perfect. You just have to keep choosing on purpose. If this resonated with you, if you've been grabbing garlic when what you really needed was wings, drop a comment. Let me know what kind of build you're working on in real life. And if you liked this, hit that like and subscribe button so we can keep exploring games, choices, and meaning together. Until next time, good luck and have fun.